What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practicing, where we help you land your dream job, and today we're talking about counteroffers. The type of counteroffer that I'm talking about are those where you've been through a recruitment process, you've followed all my sage-like tips from all my videos, and you've landed a job offer from this great employer, only to have your current employer come back and say, whoa, stop. We need you. We can't work without you. We can't survive without you in this organization. Please accept this counteroffer. And now you've got two offers on the table. A real good problem to have, but a really challenging one because you've got an offer with an organization that's unknown to you, and now a counteroffer with the organization that is known to you. Which one do you accept? So here we're going to talk about that today. But before we get there, just remember, if you're here because you're looking for career advice, you're looking for interview advice, reach out to me. You'll see my information links below. Let's talk. How can I help you? We have products available for every budget. Reach out, send me an email. Happy to chat with you about that. And I post new videos every week, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel to follow me and see what I'm bringing you each week that can help you in your career, your job, and your interview work that you're doing. And with that, here we go. So we're talking about counter offers, and how do you navigate the counter offer conundrum, which is I've got my current employer, which I was willing to leave a moment ago, and I've got an offer from this other employer I've applied to, and I've been through all the steps in the recruitment process. And my current employer is now coming back and saying, we can't live without you, accept this counter offer. And you're stuck in the dilemma of going, I'm not sure what I should do here. Is the grass greener on the other side with that new shiny employer over there? Or do I stay with what I know? And to answer that, it's all a personal choice. So what I'm going to give you here today is not really tips, but it's thoughts that you can think about and considerations that I want you to go through in your analysis of whether the new opportunity is the right one or staying with your current employer is the right one. So here's a couple things I want you to think about. 80% of people who accept a counteroffer from their current employer end up leaving that employer. So that is just a statistic out there that 80% of you, if you accept that counteroffer from your current employer, at some point are going to leave. 50% who accept that counteroffer end up starting to search for another job within 6 months. So that's a major, those are two significant pieces of data there that show that maybe it's not the money or the opportunity that's out there. Maybe they're looking for other reasons, because only 12%, listen to this, 12% of employees are leaving their current role for money. It's usually a number of other factors as to why they're leaving in the first place or why they're looking for those opportunities. So the point of all this is when you have a counteroffer on the table and you've got that offer from this external employee, you really do need to work yourself through a pros and cons list and really just put kind of pen to paper on this and write your pros of going to the new company, write your cons of going to the new company, write your pros of staying with your current company, and then write your cons as to stay with them, and really weigh those out, because it's important that you get to that place of comfort where you're going, if I'm gonna stay, I really wanna stay, because it's like that old song by The Clash goes, should I stay or should I go? This is what you need to decide when you're going through this analysis. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what is the value of the new opportunity? So when you are considering that new employer, you've obviously applied for them for a reason. What value do they bring to the table? Is it strictly pay? Remember, only 12% of you are leaving because of pay. So it's probably not pay. Maybe it's benefits, maybe it's other opportunities, other experiences, or just progression in your career that has attracted you to that role that you couldn't get at your current employer. So you need to ask yourself is, what is the value of that new opportunity? That's question number one. Question number two is, are you now expendable if you stay with the current employer? So as an employer, you've now just told me that you're looking to leave. So because now you're looking to leave, does that make me, if things change in the company, well, Clark was just willing to walk out the door a minute ago, so we're gonna cut him first. So that's the expendable piece there, and you need to think about that is, how does that affect your relationship ongoing now that you've come back to the employer with this offer out here and they've quickly reacted saying, please, here, stay, we'll give you all this cool stuff. Are you expendable down the road? So think about that. It doesn't apply in all cases, and it certainly doesn't. Sometimes it's just you coming to your employer, telling them that you've got this other opportunity, that's a wake-up call for them to go, oh crap, we need to start thinking about this person and their career and what we're doing for them because we can't afford to lose them, and they'd lost sight of who you were and the value you brought to the employee. That's sometimes it. But other times, that kind of leaves a little bug in their head that, maybe Clark's not as loyal as we thought he once was. The other one is, think about the trust factor. So you've now just gone to your employer and said, I'm going to leave. They've given you a counteroffer, but is the trust still there? And you need to really consider that is, will you still have a trusting relationship with that employer? Now, it all sounds like I'm saying this, everything is slanted towards the new job. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you really need to think about it when you're accepting that counteroffer. Are you going to be happy? And at the end of the day, will things change? So this is the last one. Will things change if you stay with your current employer? So 12% of you, maybe you're leaving because of more money. Your current employer has now just offered you, match that money. Maybe they've given you a little extra and that's enough for you and you're going to stay. But the rest, everything else there, 88% out there, it's not money. So you were looking for a reason. And we talked about this, whether it's promotional opportunities, growth, change in your career, all that kind of stuff. So if you stay, what will change to keep you satisfied? And you really need to make sure that you're solid on that change piece, because what you don't want to be is turning down a job offer, staying with your current employer, but then at the end of the day, 60 days from now, you're starting to get that twitch and going, I don't know if I made the right decision here. I think I need to start applying out again. And you start applying out after all that work to get the original offer in the first place. And now your employer is just giving you a counter offer where they're expecting you're going to stay, and really just shortly down the road you'll be leaving again, and that just leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So think about the opportunities here. Now, on the flip side, of course, question you got to ask yourself is the grass greener on the other side? Is the grass greener with the new employer? So you see that shiny object, looks pretty good. They've wooed you. They've gone out and recruited you. They made you this offer. They're making you all these promises. Is the grass greener? And hopefully you've done some research into that employer. You've talked to different people who work for that company. You've heard the right positive things about working for that employer that can help you with making that decision. But if you haven't done that, and it's just kind of that shiny object that's just sitting out there, then make sure you ask some questions and find out, is what they're telling you, is it backed up by actual employees who work with that organization? So that is the debate you need to have with yourself. That's the pros and cons list you need to go through on what, should I stay? Should I go? Do I accept the counter offer? As you can see, there's no clear, direct answer to that question. It's all individual based, but go through those considerations so at the end of the day, you're in that informed position where you're making as good of a decision as you can based on the information you have. So that's my tip for this week. The should I stay, should I go debate. It's a good one to have. Make sure you take the time to do it. At the end of the day, as always, I am an interview coach. I'm a career coach. If you need advice, pick up the phone, let's talk. Email me. My contact information is below. We can work through what support you need and what I can offer. In the links below, copy my free ebook, My Practice Interview, walks you step by step through how to prepare for any job, as well as has practice sample interviews at the end of the book that you can actually practice for your interview. Great thing, it's free, you gotta get it. It makes no sense why you don't download it right away. The other one is, of course, my Interview Accelerator workshop. It's a digital workshop presented by me, where you go through the steps of preparing for the interview. We walk you through how to write your cover letter, your resume, the different types of interview questions you can be asked, how to answer those questions, and all the little mistakes applicants make throughout the interview process, and how to avoid all of those so that you land the role you applied for and you hear those magic words, you're hired. So that's it for this week, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. And like I always say, happy interviewing.